Dear students, in this video, I would like to explain about JK latch and JK flip-flop. The difference between the JK latch and JK flip-flop is the way the latch or flip-flop has been enabled. In latch, it is enabled using a low or high in the enable pin, and in the case of flip-flop, these actions, that is change of states, whatever is happening at the output, is through the positive edge and negative edge of the clock, either positive edge or negative edge of the clock, depending on the design of that particular flip-flop you are using it. To understand the JK flip-flop, before that let us study about JK latch. Function wise, there is no difference between JK latch and JK flip-flop. Only the way it has been enabled, the states have been enabled, is through a level trigger, positive edge trigger, or negative edge trigger. Now let us understand about JK flip-flop. To know about JK flip-flop, you need to know about NAND SR latch. This has been covered in the class. So try to be thorough with NAND SR latch. And you know that this NAND SR latch converted into a proper clocked SR latch by connecting two more NAND gates and giving one enable input and also S and R input through a separate NAND gate. So this has been covered in previous lecture. Now understanding about this clocked SR latch, let us go to know about JK latch. Now in JK latch, you know what are the connections done. In JK latch, you can see that this NAND gate has three inputs and Q bar is connected to this input. Similarly, this NAND also has three inputs and Q is connected to this. And these two inputs are J and K, and the enable input is given as E. So this can be either level trigger, it can be 0 or 1, or it can be positive edge of the clock, or it can be negative edge of the clock, so as to enable this. So now compared to SR flip-flop, converting this SR flip-flop into JK flip-flop is very easy. So what you should do is you should just do the small connections here. So this Q bar is connected here and this Q is connected like this. Okay, and this is changed to J and this is changed to K. Now definitely this has become a JK latch or flip-flop. That is what is shown here. This is the complete JK flip-flop. Now let us understand its working principle. The working principle of JK flip-flop is analyzed through its inputs and the present state of the input. Now let us start with this enable 0. Let us start with enable 0 and let J and K be anything. It can be anything, don't care. And present condition also can be anything. It can be 0 or 1. what is the output? Right? Now you see one thing. I told you that we are actually starting from SR latch, NAND based SR latch, and this one, right? And there is similarity in this SR latch, clocked SR latch, and JK flip-flop. So if you know the working principle, how does SR latch works, how does clocked SR latch works, you can easily understand this JK flip-flop. Now first, let E be 0 and J and K are don't cares. Now let us see what's going to happen. See, moment you give 0 here, right, and you all know if one of the input to this NAND gate is 0, output goes to 1. So both the output goes to 1 here. Now what will be the QT and QT plus 1 and QT plus 1 bar? And see, whatever QT plus 1 and QT plus 1 bar depends on the QT, right? It depends on the QT, right? Now see, moment you get 1 here, right, this part of this JK flip flop is your NAND SR latch, yes or no? Right? This is the NAND SR latch which you have studied. Now you have the truth table for the NAND SR latch. This is the truth table for NAND SR latch. Now when the input to NAND SR latch is 1 1, okay, what is going to happen, right? Now when the input to NAND gate latch SR latch is 1 1, which is similar condition here, QT can be anything. Output QT plus 1 and QT plus 1 bar, that is next state, that is output, is equivalent to present state only, that is equivalent to QT and QT bar. That means whatever state which remained at QT and QT bar will remain, okay, moment you make this 0, okay, and whatever be the input of J and K to this terminal. That means giving input is equal to 0, okay, and J and K can be anything, don't care, this JK flip-flop retains its output. Okay, whatever was there previously, it will retain. Okay, and that state is called as no change state. No change. Nothing is happening in that particular state. See, this is the one, no change state. Hope you understood now what happens when E is equal to 0 and J and K can be anything, and your QT also can be anything. Present state can be anything. Hope you understood this. Now, let us see what happens when E is equal to 1 and J is equal to 0, K is equal to 0. Let us see what happens when E is equal to 1, J is equal to K is equal to 0. So, both are 0 here and E is equal to 1. And you all know, see this and this NAND gate, moment you have any one of the input is 0, output will be 1, right? Similarly here one of the input is 0, output will be 1. So output will be 1 here. And once again you know from this NAND SR latch that when the input is 1 1 to this NAND SR latch, output will be no change. That means when E is equal to 1, J is equal to 0, K is equal to 0, QT can be anything, output will not change, it will remain as QT and QT bar. Now let us go forward. Now let us go one step forward to understand what happens when is equal to 1 and j is equal to 0 and k is equal to 0. And qt can be anything, it can be 0 or 1. What will happen to your qt plus 1 and qt plus 1 bar? You know, this qt plus 1 and qt plus 1 bar depends on the qt, its previous state, qt and qt bar, because of the speedback connection. Let us see what is qt plus 1 and what is qt plus 1 bar. E is equal to 1, j is equal to 0, k is equal to 1. Now you see in this, you can see one of the gate, NAND gate, has input 0. Irrespective of what other inputs are, this will be 1. This will be 1. Right? So now this will be 1. Right? So this is going to be 1. Fine? Now, what will happen now? As I told you, when one of the input is 0, output will be 1. See, this is 1, this is 0, this is Q bar coming from here. Now, since one of the input is 0, irrespective of what the other two inputs are, output will be going to be equal to 1. Equal to 1. Right? Now you see, what will happen to this? Right? What will happen to this now? Now, here you have in this NAND gate, okay, what you have is in this NAND gate, what you have is 1 here and 1 coming from here, and this is qt. What is coming here is qt, right? This is qt. This is qt here. Now output will be 1 into 1 into qt whole bar, right? Now that is equal to, this is qt. 1 into 1 into qt is qt whole bar. So what you get here is qt. Now you see from this, okay, what you get here is qt bar. From this connection, qt, what you get here is qt, right? Now see what output is going to come here when you take NAND of qt and qt bar. So what is going to come here is qt bar into qt bar. So qt bar into qt is equal to 0, 0 bar. What you're going to get is the 1 here. And then that 1 is propagated. That 1 is propagated here. Okay, that 1 is propagated here. And that 1 will come here. And 1, 1, NAND of 1, 1, you get 0 here. See here. So what has happened in this process? Your qt plus 1 is equal to 0 and qt plus 1 bar is equal to 1. Okay, this is your qt plus 1 is equal to 0 and qt plus 1 bar is equal to 1. So that is what is this. Have you understood this? What happens when E is equal to 1, J is equal to 0, K is equal to 0? Since one of the input to this NAND gate is 0, output will be 1. Okay. Now see, what is the output of this NAND gate? So this is 1, and what you get here is qt. So now what you get at the output of this NAND gate is qt bar. Now let us see where you get the output. Now first you take this qt here. Well, this is qt, right? This is qt. Qt is going to come here. Now qt bar whole bar, right? So qt bar is 0, 0 bar is equal to 1. So you get qt plus 1 whole bar is equal to 1. Qt plus 1 whole bar is equal to 1 will be propagated here, and here already 1 is there. 1, 1, okay, its NAND operation, okay, is going to be 0. So qt plus 1 will get as a 0, qt plus 1 bar will come as a 1 for this. And this is what the result. This is called as reset. Why it is called as reset? because your qt plus 1 is becoming 0, qt plus 1 bar is becoming 1. Hence it is called as reset. Okay, so when j is equal to 0, k is equal to 1, and enable 1 or clock high positive edge or clock negative edge in the case of flip-flops. Okay, instead of e in the flip-flops we use clock. Okay, during either positive edge or negative edge, and when j is equal to 0, k is equal to 1, and qt can be anything, output will be qt plus 1 is equal to 0, qt plus 1 bar is equal to 1. That means it is reset. Let us see the next option. Next option is e is equal to 1 or e is equal to either positive edge of the clock or the negative edge of the clock. J is equal to 1 and k is equal to 0. Let us see what will happen. Let us understand from this JK flip-flop. Okay. Now see here. One of the input to this NAND gate is 0. Right? So output will be definitely 1 here. What is the output here? Output at this point is 1 into 1 and qt bar. This is qt bar. This is qt bar. Right? What is coming here is qt bar. So 1 into qt bar whole bar. So what is going to come here is qt. Now, what is the output of this gate? Output of this gate will be equal to qt bar is going to come here, right? Qt bar is going to come here, and qt bar whole bar. Okay, what is going to come here? So qt bar is 0, 0 bar is 1. What is going to come here at this point is 1. So qt plus 1 is equal to 1. Now since qt plus 1 is equal to 1 here, okay, so what that is propagated to this gate, that is propagated, the value which you got at this point is propagated to this point, and 1 1 you get actually 0 at this point, 0 at this point. This will give you qt plus 1, 1 and qt plus 1 whole bar, okay, is equal to 0. This is qt plus 1, qt plus 1 whole bar is equal to 0. This is called a set state because your qt plus 1 is becoming 1 and qt plus 1 whole bar is becoming 0. Okay. So one thing you can understand, when j is equal to 0, k is equal to 1, it is set. When j is equal to 1, k is equal to 0, it is, in j is equal to 0, k is equal to 1, it is reset. And j is equal to 1, k is equal to 0, it is called as set, which you can see from this. Hope you are understanding this. Okay. Now let us see the last option, the last configuration. What happens when both j and k are 1 and e is equal to 1? Okay. E is equal to 1 or positive edge trigger, positive edge of the clock or negative edge of the clock, okay, or e is equal to 1 and j is equal to 1 and k is equal to 1. What happens? This is very important and very interesting state of this flip-flop, right? In the other flip-flops, in clocked SR flip-flop, you have seen that this particular state is called as invalid. It is not used. But this can be used in JK flip-flop in different way. To understand that, let us consider its QT and QT bar as 0 and 1. See here, QT and QT bar as 0 and 1. Okay. Now you know that this QT is 0, QT bar is equal to 1. Now let us propagate that to here. So the input to this gate is 1 1 1 and input to this gate is 1 1 0. And you know that one of the input to this gate is 0 and output will be immediately equal to 1 here and uh, output will be 0 here. You know the NAND operation of 1 1 1 is equal to 0. Now you see what is the output of this gates now. Okay, now see here, one of the input to this gate is 0, right? Moment one of the input is to this gate is 0, okay, irrespective of what the output is, what the input another input is, output will be equal to 1 here, right? And that output will be propagated to this, and 1 into 1, what you get at qt plus 1 as 0, okay, and qt plus 1 bar as 0 and qt plus 1 as 1. Hope you're understanding this. Okay, now let us see what happens next. Next time instant. See, for the next time instant, this will become qt and qt bar, and next state will be qt plus 1 and qt plus 1 bar. Now let us see what happens when you consider qt as 1 and 0, which is the qt plus 1 qt plus 1 bar of the previous operation. Now for at this point, let us consider the earlier qt plus 1 and qt plus 1 bar as the qt and qt bar, and let us see next what is going to come. Okay, now let us see what will happen. Now qt is 1, qt bar is 0. Okay, now let us see what happens to this gate. And you can see this particular gate will have a qt bar. Here you can see qt bar is 0 1 1 0, and you can see moment you get any one of the input is 0, output will be 1. Here 1 1 1, output will be 0. Now similarly, see what happens. This gate output will be 1 irrespective of what input here is, because one of the input is 0, and this 1 will be propagated here, and what you get here is 0, right? So you get qt plus 1 as 0 and qt plus 1 bar here, anyway it is 1. Similarly, next step, what happens is, consider now, this is the same thing what I explained you. Now next, let the previous qt plus 1 and qt plus 1 bar be qt and qt bar. Okay, now what happens at that time? See here, 1 1 1, see, qt bar is 1, so that will come here. 1 1 1 1 1 1 NAND operation is 0 and 1 1 0 NAND operation is 1, and you know that here one of the input is 0 irrespective of what other input is, what we will get is 1, that is your qt plus 1 here, and that is propagated to this, okay, and what you get qt plus 1 bar 1 plus 1 NAND gate, what you get is 1 and 0. Similarly, next see what will happen. Next, the previous qt plus 1 and qt plus 1 bar will become qt bar for this state. Now let us see what will happen. You get 0 here and 1 here, and you know that here you get 1 and here you get 0, and once again here you get 1 because of the 0. This 1 will be propagated to this, and what you get is 0 here, and that is qt plus 1 and qt plus 1 bar for this qt and qt bar will be 0 and 1. This will continue. See, this will continue always until you have this j is equal to 1, k is equal to 1, and you just enable it. Okay, starting from this initial qt and qt bar, this will continue like this. The next state will be 1 0. Similarly, next state will be like this. So you can see there is a race happening here, right? There is a race happening here. See, now 0 1 will change to 1 0, then it will change to 0 1, it will change to 1 0, then 0 1 1 0 0 1, right? So this this condition is called as race condition. Race condition. There is a race happening between 0 and 1, right? For this particular combination of inputs to this JK flip-flop. And this will be useful in designing counters, okay, using JK flip-flop or JK latch. The counters has been designed using this particular combination of inputs to JK flip-flop. So hope you understood about the JK latch or JK flip-flop operation. So I just wanted to tell you the difference between the JK latch and JK flip-flop is that in JK latch we use enable as either high or low, right? Okay, but in the case of flip-flop, okay, this enabling this E, okay, either it will be positive edge of the clock or it will be negative edge of the clock, right? See, as it has been discussed in the class that this is your clock signal, this is high and this is low, right? And whenever this E is high, okay, this is what called high low value. But in the case of flip-flops, whenever you have positive edge, this is called as positive edge, this is called as negative edge. So either positive edge or negative edge. See, this flip-flops are configured to operate either in the positive edge or negative edge, right? So instead of this high or low, whenever there is a positive edge given to this enable pin, okay, the states will change according to this input J and K, right? So make it that you understand proper difference between the latches and flip-flops, okay? Very few difference. Here instead of E, that is E1 or 0, we use either positive edge or negative edge. In the next video we will see about operation of these flip-flops in presence of these positive edge and negative edge of the clock. So hope you understand about this operation of JK flip-flop and try to practice this. And in next video I'm going to teach you about flip-flop operations and uh, some of the main use of flip-flops and some of the other uh, excitation tables of flip-flops and also the general block diagram of the flip-flop. So in this video I'm going to uh, uh, say that try to learn this SR latch, clocked SR latch and JK flip-flop, a JK latch or JK flip-flop and D flip-flop which was covered in the class, right? So SR clocked SR flip-flop and D flip-flop is almost same except that two inputs are converted to one input. Similarly, this JK latch also converted into another latch called as T latch or T flip-flop just by connecting just by shorting these two inputs, okay, that is called as T flip-flop and we will see the T flip-flop in our next class. Hope you understood. So if you have any doubts, please feel free to contact me or any faculty of digital design for your further clarifications.